Aboard is with us via Zoom. We're going to bring him in. Set. What going on, man?
Good morning, Stefan. We Trinidad and Tobago, Synergy TV, the whole TV family, the viewers regionally, internationally. It's great to be back, first segment for 2026. So I want to wish everyone a healthy and productive year ahead.
Nice, man. The last time I saw you playing Juve?
Yes.
Drinking club soda?
Of course. Actually, I did not drink nothing at all.
You didn't drink anything at all?
At all. Not even club soda.
All right, but I know you enjoy yourself.
Of course.
I was surprised. Right? I was surprised to see you. I thought you'd play Juve in South, man. I know you're not South, man.
I usually play in North, I usually play in the North.
Okay, nice, man.
Yeah, because it's one of the few opportunities where I get, free time to socialize with some of my friends.
All right, great, man. It was good to see you and enjoying yourself, man. So
yes.
We having a chat here just to reintroduce, because we know this is your first segment back since, I think it's Christmas?
Yes, since Christmas. Since
December. So we just want to get people reassociated this morning with the St. Pius Holistic Health Clinic. And of course, the book is out there as well. You are not sick, you are malnourished. So you could talk on that as well. But in terms of the Holistic Health Clinic and what is in store for persons in 2026, the floor is yours, man.
Okay. And I know that, we just came out of Carnival, as you mentioned there.
Yeah, boy.
Which is quite interesting. For those with regards to the book, I'll just quickly mention, it would soon be available in Nelson's bookstore in Tobago.
Okay.
As well, for those that want, easier access to get physical copy in Tobago. So Nelson Bookstore should have it by the end of the week.
Okay.
So for those in Tobago that don't want to go through the hassle of having to order from me directly and wait, would be able to head there and purchase the book in store. All right. Now, I have been observing some stuff, always observing some stuff, right? And knowing that we just came out of Carnival, during Carnival, there were some things that I looked at, because I had a couple events that I went and I would have spoke at, given a little health speech and so forth. So it was all tailored around the same line, because, Carnival time is a time where people are out on the road and they're enjoying themselves, with the music, the energy, the movement.
Right.
And people, hit the gyms from as far back as sometimes October or November. But you'll get that rush usually in January, where everybody are very disciplined and, exercising, trying to transform their bodies to look well and perform well on the road for that 2 days. Because you're jumping up for hours, right? And not just jumping up alone for hours, but in the hot sun too, all right? In the hot sun too, so, people increasing their stamina and so forth. And for a lot of people, they use that time to say, well, this is health. But is performance the same thing as health? That's the question. Is performance actually the same thing as health? And the correct answer would be, it isn't. Because you could be able to dance for 2 hours or hours, and, that's performance. But being able to avoid cardiovascular disease, dialysis, cancer, stroke, being able to avoid these things after the age of 55, that is health. So the two are not the same. So many people focus on aesthetics, but aesthetics meaning how you look. That doesn't tell you about your insulin sensitivity. It doesn't tell you about your arterial condition, your liver fat, inflammatory load, your mineral balance, your hormonal stability.
Right.
Right. Many people out here, and we have seen it for Carnival, they look strong. But many people can still look strong and be silently deteriorating. And that there is the illusion. So I was looking at some data, and I saw under the WHO, let me mention some of the data here for Trinidad and Tobago. We have approximately 13,500 to 14,000 deaths every single year. right? That's people dying every single year. 13,500 to 14,000 deaths, approximately. And from the data of the WHO, non-communicable diseases accounts for 80 to 83% of those deaths.
Wow.
Let me put that into figures. Out of the 13,500 to 14,000 deaths a year, 11,000 to around 11,400 of those deaths are from non-communicable diseases. If we break that down daily, that's approximately 30 deaths per day. That's 30 people dying every single day. Every single day. 30 people, huh?
Right.
Now, in this country, you know, we focus a lot on crime. Now, when we speak on crime, what is the goal? So I'll answer this question here. So you might tell me, what is the goal? Is the goal to preserve life?
When we deal with crime?
Yeah. Is it about life preservation?
The goal is to uphold the law, and in terms of murders and things like that, which could take somebody's life, yeah, to preserve life.
So to preserve life, and I would also say to improve comfort and quality
of life, yeah.
Right? So life preservation and life comfort. Now, if it's about life preservation, the murders in Trinidad, because we have to understand too, and let me say this up front, crime, violent crime, is tragic and it's unacceptable. Right? I'm saying that up front. I don't want nobody to take away that I'm downplaying crime. I am not. What I'm saying is, if preservation of life is important,
right,
the focus should be based and rooted in reality and proportionate to reality. Non-communicable diseases is killing 30 plus people per day. Murders, violent crime, is killing 1 to 1.6 people per day.
Right.
Right? When it comes to quality of life, when it comes to severe cases of disability, non-communicable diseases, stroke is number one for that. So when it comes to harm, pain, comfort and quality of life, non-communicable diseases is still at the top.
Right.
But where's our focus? Where's our focus? We are focused on what is killing the 500 to 600, 650 people a year, but what is killing the 11,000 plus people? It's on the back burner.
Yeah.
It's on the back burner. We don't see it as a pressing issue. All right? We don't see it as a pressing issue, and we need to change our approach with regards to that. I remember doing a segment some years ago showing that when nutrition changed, when they adjusted nutrition in prison, there was over 46 or 49% reduction in violent offenses or crimes in the prison.
Right.
Just from fixing nutrition. And I've said this many times, if we want to affect crime, we have to affect metabolic health. We have to affect nutrition. We have to become more health conscious. We want to reduce crime, but we also don't want to change habits nutritionally. All right?
Yeah.
Now, this is not an aging issue, because you have deterioration. People can deteriorate as they age. All right? But when it comes to that is silent and that is gradual. All right? But when it comes to metabolic decline, this is something that happens because of instability, right? Instability in their system that would have been taking place over a period of decades. And that instability comes back down to people's nutrition, comes back down to people's dietary choices. And we need to remember that you can't use your performance as a measure of health. Fitness and health are two totally different things, and we have conflated them, thinking that, okay, if I can perform, it means I am healthy. That is not true. That is one of the biggest lies, biggest illusions of today.
Right.
If that was the case, because look around, we have more health initiatives, from corporate health initiatives, government health initiatives. We have more fitness centers opening up, not just locally, but globally, all right? We have all of these health initiatives. So if health is an indication, if fitness is an indication of health, then why is it all diseases continue to skyrocket? Right? And that's because health is not seasonal.
Yeah.
Right? Health is not what we'll call costume ready. Right? Health is metabolic stability sustained over decades. Right? People are out there training to perform for 2 days on the road.
Yeah.
But did we actually train to preserve our physiology? Did we train to preserve our physiology? That is long term. Right? That is long term. And we need to move away from this surface level thinking of health. Because the healthcare system thinks just surface level. For example, high blood pressure. What do they say with regards to that? Try to suppress it.
Yeah.
Right? High blood sugar level, suppress it. High cholesterol level, suppress it. But suppression is not resolution. Right? You know, this surface control is not systemic repair. That's just temporary solutions. Right? That's temporary solutions. So with roughly 30 people dying per day from non-communicable diseases in this country, 2026 must be more than another year of appearance and performance, right? It should be our year of restoration. And, you know, if we are serious about preserving our lives and not becoming part of the statistics, we need to make a systemic approach, a systemic change, all right? And this is one of the reasons why I wrote my book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, all right? That goes into the root cause behind chronic disease. And it's very, very informative. And this is why I tell people, education and proper health and nutrition is key. All right, so people that have gotten my book and have read my book, right? I've had last month and over the past couple months, people that have read my book and they booked their consultation to come and see me because the book is very informative. But when you're ready to go beyond just information, that's when you take that step to come and see me, book your consultation, and then we can now take the information and make it active, make it applicable, apply it to your lives, because we need to make a difference, we need to make a change. We keep running with the same narrative year after year after year, decade after decade, and the situation is not getting any better. It hasn't gotten any better at all. Crime hasn't gotten better, healthcare hasn't gotten better, right? All-cause diseases continue to rise. Non-communicable diseases continue to skyrocket. Our most expensive, or one of our most expensive bills or stresses on the citizens of this country is our healthcare bill, and that continues to rise. But yet we continue to do the same thing, just looking at the surface level. All right? What I do at Sedwire's Holistic Health Clinic is very different. It's very different, very, very different. I'm not selling you a product. I ain't telling you, hey, come and take this, and you're good and add it to your current lifestyle. No, you have a lot of things from your lifestyle that you have to remove.
Yeah.
And it's less appealing to hear, oh, take this product, and it would help with this, than when you hear, oh, you could reverse your issue if you stick to eating a particular way, change your diet, change your lifestyle over a 6-month period. People don't want to hear that. That's not what people want to hear. That, oh gosh, I have to put effort into that. Wait 6 months. I have to put effort, I have to change how I'm eating. It have no other way. How I know it have no other way? Just check. Look around. What has improved health-wise? Nothing. Our healthcare system is in shambles. It's a continuous representation of the failure of the current approach. Our healthcare system is not failing, it is total failure, right? And we fail to realize that, and we continue to only focus disproportionately on violent crime, where it have things that are killing more people, 15 to 20 times more people per day than violent crimes. But that is not what we are focused on. That's why I like to look at raw data, because raw data avoids the sensationalism, right? Paper had to sell, right? What's more impactful than a story on death, on violence, right? That's very impactful. Violence sells, all right? But when it comes to non-communicable diseases, that's back to you. That ownership is on you. And we need to confront that. We talk about accountability and governance, but we need self-accountability.
Yeah, correct.
Right? We need to hold ourselves accountable for our health. Regardless of what people might think, at the end of the day, the person that's suffering is you. Right? Regardless, we could say, yeah, the healthcare system, the medication, this and the medication expensive and whatnot. At the end of the day, it's your suffering. You need to get out of the mindset that medication is what is needed to heal your problem. All right? So this year, I'm going to focus a lot more on the psychological aspects of people that is holding them back from actually making the decisions that they need to make in order to truly be healthy.
Yeah.
Right? But I realize there's a lot of psychological hindrances in place that prevents people from making the decisions that they should make. There's a lot of misinformation out there circulating that prevents people from making those proper decisions. All right? And I am going to help with that and bring that to the forefront to get people to be more knowledgeable, because when you are more knowledgeable, your actions become more sure and you are more motivated to stick with it. You'll become more and more committed. All right? All right. So, Stefan, this is my contribution for this morning as, start back for the first time of the year. All right? And I hope the message gets to people and people continue to tune in. Go out there, purchase that book, because that is something that I took a piece of my mind and put it in black and white for you all to have access to it so you could understand truth, right? But keep in mind, truth isn't comfortable, right? Truth isn't comfortable.
Oh, the truth hurts.
All right?
All right, man. Seth, thanks a lot, man. Until next week.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man,
See
no
you
problem.
next week.
All right, so that's Seth Viola board on the inside, and